What's going on, everyone? My name is Jason.
Hey friends, it's Desiree Josen.
Because they usually go all out for maintenance.
I loved it. And stop and be like, this is amazing.
I just think this is awesome for the both of them.
Hey, what's crackin' everybody? WWE Hall of Famer The Godfather, and I want you to watch the #1, that's right, the #1 podcast, Chutes and Ladders. See you there. Peace.
Here are your hosts, Jason and Desiree.
Chutes and Ladders, SummerSlam predictions. What's going on, everyone? My name is Jason.
Hey friends, it's Desiree Josen.
SummerSlam is back with 2 huge nights featuring championship matches, Hell in a Cell, a ladder match, dream matches, and one rivalry that has defined an entire generation. Des, what are your initial thoughts?
Some of these matches I don't hate on the card, and I will be there in less than a week in Minneapolis watching these 2 days of craziness. So I'm excited.
All right, let's roll right into it. We got the first match. If SummerSlam wants to kick this off with a bang, they will start off with the ladder match of the women. This is going to bring pure excitement. This is exactly how you do it. Ladders, championship gold hanging above the ring, and multiple women with something to prove. Des, give it to me. Who do you think walks out champion? What's your grade?
Well, I hate the reasoning of this match. I hate to see my girl Maria be sidelined, but that's okay because that opened doors for other people. So I'm excited about that. And I don't hate who is in this actual match. Do I see Charlotte and Jade doing their thing on the side? And, I don't anticipate those two winning just because I feel like that's going to set up something in the long run for them. But what I am excited for is Miss Chelsea Green. So that is our girl. I think it's about time for her to shine and to be elevated and get what she deserves. I don't want to see a Tiffy 2 belts right now. I'm not into that. So let's go with Miss Chelsea Green, and I'm going to give it an A.
You know what? I was going to say the same thing. I'm actually all about Chelsea Green right now. She's won me over. You know what? We've been talking about how she really is super talented. She knows how to get over with the crowd. There's a gut feeling in me, especially since she just recently won, to get into the match that, you know what, she's the girl. Because you can make the argument that any one of these women can win, but it's time for Chelsea to win. So I'm going to go with Chelsea. I'm going to give this an A. This could be the match of the night.
I'm excited.
Now we're moving on to a very intriguing match for the #1 contenders for the United States Championship. Listen, I love both guys, be it Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn. This has makings of a hard-hitting, emotional battle. Balor is dangerous as ever, especially him being put over. Des, who walks out winner, and what's your grade?
Well, we know that I'm not the biggest fan of Sami, and I'm just over it right now, but I love that Finn is getting this chance, and he really proved it on SmackDown. So I love everything about Penn, and I hope he gets the pen. So this is a no-brainer for me. I'll give it like a B+. It's not going to be terrible.
Okay. Yeah. I don't understand why a #1 contenders match is on SummerSlam. This is what I don't understand. They could have done this with a weekly show, so this doesn't make sense. But that being said, listen, I think both guys are going to bring it. But listen, it's time for Finn Balor to be elevated. So if that means him win the championship, let's do it. Let's start off with step 1 by him being the #1 contender. So I'm going to go with Finn. I'll give it a B+.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's move on to comedy of the night. Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio. We're probably going to have a bunch of mini-housens. We're probably going to have some fireworks coming off of the wing post. Des, what are your thoughts and grade of this match?
I know. I'm trying really hard to get on this Danhausen train. It's going to be a lot of fun, maybe some laughter. The crowd is going to love it. But I favor Dom, and I like watching him in the ring. I think he's just as fun as Danhausen. Do we think that Danhausen is going to get the win? Yes. Do I think Dom should win? Yes. So I know you'll probably favor whatever, I don't know, I want Dom to win, even though I know Danhausen is going to win. So I'm going to go with Dom, and I'll give it like a B.
Okay, cool. I'll give it a B. I just hope this match is quick. But Danhausen's so over right now that I think they're going to put him over again just to kind of give the delight to the crowd. So I'll go with Danhausen. I'll give it a B, and it'll be funny to see Minihausen's and maybe Zach, maybe some like a surprise. Like
Kit and the Miz.
Yeah, something like that. We'll see what happens. All right, now let's move on to LA Knight, Sissoko, Royce Keys versus Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, and Jacob Fatu. A lot of star power, a lot of egos. Dez, who comes out winner, and what's your grade?
So much ego and muscle in this, and I love it. I don't hate any of this. I think they've had a pretty damn good build-up. I think it's fun to see them go at it randomly on the show. So, oh man, I don't know if they're going to favor like the good guys or the bad guys, but you know who's growing on me? Solo, which is unheard of because I don't know. I never really cared for him, but I'm really loving what he's doing right now. I love that they're teaming up with Royce and LA Knight. I just feel like, I don't know, it's going to be pure entertainment. I love it. I'm going to go with Knight, Solo, and Royce, and I'll give it an A.
Okay, yeah. You know what? I think LA Knight's going to get the pin. I think, to your point, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I think this is going to be an A match, and I'll even double down. I think it's time to elevate LA Knight. I just have a gut feeling that if he gets the pin, he's going to be number one contender for the title, and he'll end up being the number one contender at the next PLE. It's deserved. Let's start doing this for once.
Yeah, I mean, we've said it for the past 2 years. We've seen it brewing with those two. Definitely Knight pinning Jay. And we'll see where it goes from there. So,
love it. All right, now let's talk about potential main event: Oba versus Brock Lesnar. If you're looking for technical wrestling, this isn't it. If you're looking for two absolute monsters trying to destroy each other inside of WWE's most unforgiving structures, buckle up because this is going to bring absolute damage. Des, what are your thoughts and grade on this?
I love it. It's going to be like King Kong versus Godzilla. So we know how I feel about a Hell in a Cell, men, and a steel cage. It's going to be fun. It's going to be, of course, it's the best 2 out of 3. We're in Minnesota. We know what's going to happen. It only makes sense for Oba to win, to be put over again like he needs it. But it's going to be brutal with these two. But I feel like this will be Brock's swan song, and this will be it. So I think this would be a great ending to him. So definitely Oba winning a match.
100%. I'm with you. I think the reason why they put on the storyline is because we're in Minnesota. This is obviously Brock's hometown. I think it's going to be super emotional. It's definitely going to be hard-hitting. We're going to have some fun spots, but ultimately I think Oba's going to win. I think this is going to be Brock's swan song. You're going to have a standing ovation, and it's finally time. But what a way to pass the torch to the most destructive force in WWE right now. So I'm going to give this an A.
Yep.
All right. Last but not least, we have the Undisputed WWE Championship, CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. If you would have told wrestling fans 5 years ago that CM Punk and Cody Rhodes would have met for the Undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam, nobody would have believed you. Neither would we. But here we are in one of the biggest matches WWE can put together. It's finally happening. This is definitely a dream match. Des, who walks out with the championship, and what's your grade?
Okay, so I keep going back and forth. Just because I know Cody is their golden boy, but Punk, everyone's been pushing for him. You said a dream match, more like a nightmare. No. So I'm talking about Cody, but I have gone back and forth, but I'm gonna go with Punk retaining. I feel like it's going to be pretty damn good, very entertaining. So I will give it an A.
100%. I'm getting an A. I can even give an A+. This could be match of the year. I ultimately, there's been rumors that ESPN has put pressure to have Punk to win the title, give him a lengthy run. I think that's which is why he won a couple weeks ago against Sammy in his hometown, Chicago. I think it's time to give him his run. I think that's the direction they're going to go. Listen, Cody's going to be the champion eventually down the road anyway.
Yeah.
So ultimately, just this is the only thing that makes sense. I think it's gonna be a back and forth, a great battle, but it doesn't make sense to have CM Punk lose the title so quickly. But I'm gonna give this an A plus. I think this is gonna be great. This will be a great way to end night one. Now we're rolling into night two, and we're gonna start off with the banger: Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. Night two starts with two of the very best women in WWE right now, two performers who always seem to deliver when the lights are the brightest. Tez, what are your thoughts, and who walks out the championship?
I love both of these girls, so I don't want to pick between my beauties. But I love Liv Morgan. She's had such a good year. I mean, granted, she hasn't defended much, but, that's not her fault. And Io, she's our sweetheart. So she just does no wrong in our eyes. So I don't want to pick, but I would love to see Io win. So I'm going to go with the Io. And I think it's going to be so much fun. So I'll give it an A.
All right. Potential women's match of the year?
Possibly.
All right, I am very torn because from a storyline perspective, I could see either one of these women winning. It would make complete sense if either one wins. I'm going completely back and forth. You know what? I'm going to go with Liv. Just because I think that I think there's more reign in her right now. I think Io will eventually win the championship, but I'll go with Liv. But to be honest, I could see Io winning too, and that would make complete sense. Either way, I'm going to give this an A+.
I wouldn't hate it either way.
All right, now let's roll into the sleeper match of all of SummerSlam. Chad Gable versus Penta, the hometown guy, against one of the most loved superstars. If you're a fan of technical wrestling, counters, nonstop action, this match is for you. Des, who walks out IC champion? What's your grade?
Ooh, this one's going to be so good. And as soon as I saw that this was announced, I'm like, hell yeah. So, granted, everyone loves Penta. We all love Penta, but Chad is just so good. And, I mean, you said it. It's going to be the sleeper match. It's going to be the one that we're still talking about. It's going to be super technical, great spots. But, our guy, Chad, is going to win. He's Kurt Angle 2.0. So it's just going to be so good. So I'm giving this an A match.
Yeah, you know what? It's in Minnesota. Chad deserves this more than anyone right now. I'm a big fan of guys that I think have kind of paid their dues. That's why I like Sami Zayn. That's why I like Finn Balor. Chad Gable's not one of those guys. He's paid his dues. Some of these guys have been in really weird storylines where they're almost comic relief, but they've earned their stripes. Chad Gable's one of them. It's time to elevate him. I could see him fighting for the World Championship very soon, and it starts at SummerSlam. It's time for him to win the championship and continue momentum. I'm giving this an A, and this could be match of the night.
Yeah.
All right, now let's roll into a late edition. You have Fatal Influence versus the Bellas and Paige. This is probably the match I'm least motivated for, but Des, what's your take and grade on this?
As soon as I saw Nikki return on SmackDown, I was like, here we go. We got a women's 6-man tag, and they're going to push Nikki and Brie 2.0 again since Nikki missed out on her championship run. So I don't know. I love my girls with Fatal Influence. I love them. They're very sassy, and they back it up in the ring. They're very confident. I'm going to favor them. I want them to win. However, I just have a feeling that they're going to have Nikki, Brie, and Paige win. And that's just not ideal. But okay, I get it. Whatever. They're going to show, the new girls who runs the ring. I don't know. So as much as I want Fatal Influence to win, our other girls are going to win, and it'll be like a B match.
Yeah, I'll give it a B. Again, I'm not that motivated for this match. They kind of just threw it together. There's been rumors that they've been pressured to kind of just add matches. I think this is one of them. But you know what? Nikki got a pop. I'm kind of with you. I think they're going to go that route. Either way, whoever wins, it's okay with me. It's fine. But yeah, I'll give this a B.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now let's roll into a very intriguing match. Gunther versus Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis is coming out of retirement. This should be physical with a lot of chops and suplexes. Des, what's your thought and grade on this?
I like this. I've been wanting this for a really long time. We've been watching this tension brew for a while, and I'm like, in the back of my head for the past like month or two, I'm like, is Nick gonna come back? So I'm glad that he's made the decision to come back and then take on your favorite guy, Gunther. So this should be interesting. Hopefully Nick beats his ass, and it's a is it going to be 5-star? No, but I think it's going to be pretty entertaining just to see him back. So I don't hate it. I think it'll be fun. I'll give it a B.
Yeah, I'll give it a B for boring for Gunther. No, it's going to be entertaining to see Gunther just get smacked. I think that's going to be fun. And listen, if Nick wins, we've seen some matches like this in the past where, you're cheering for a guy that, everyone's just rooting behind you. I think that's what they're going to give the fans. The interesting storyline, I don't know if Nick's going to go back to GM. I don't know how the storyline continues after this, but for SummerSlam, I guess it's okay. And yeah, definitely Nick, but I'll give it a B.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel. All right. Now let's roll into the main event of SummerSlam. 2 former Shield members and boys. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Some rivalries make stars, others define generations. Roman versus Seth has done both, making this the perfect way to close out SummerSlam. Dez, who walks out champion, what's your grade?
I'm kind of bored with Roman. I'm going to say it. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not down with the OTC. I'm kind of over it. I favor Seth. I find him more entertaining. He's got a little bit more depth to his character rather than just pointing up. So that's more of his career. It's just, I love how they go back to the Shield. I'm glad that they're not ignoring the fact that they do have that history. It would be more fun to see more of a surprise from Dean Ambrose and pick his favorite guy, but we know that's not going to happen. So it's going to be very entertaining. I favor Seth. I want Seth to win. Do I think that they're going to take the title from Roman? No. But my prediction, my hope is Seth wins. It will be an A+ match. It's going to be great.
Yeah, this is an interesting match overall. We've seen this match before.
Yeah.
To make this the main event, I think it was one of those things where we knew it was going to happen. I guess they picked SummerSlam to do so. I have a feeling Roman's going to win, just because I have a feeling they're going to have Roman win going into WrestleMania. They have a tendency to leave the belt on him, like his previous run. That's just what they do. I'm not necessarily saying I'm for that, but it is what it is. But what I really want to see are surprises. I'd love to see The Rock come out. I'd love to see Triple H come out because Roman called him out. Maybe Triple H versus The Rock in a stare down. I think that would be really cool. Potentially the Bloodline, but we've seen that before. But that's actually what I'm looking forward to. I think it would be a great way to end the night if we see some really surprise returns. I think that will really be fun. But I think overall, I think it can be an A just because, again, it's the main event, so hopefully, they live up to it.
I would say I'm okay with Roman winning as long as I get some surprises.
Yeah, right? I think most people are on board with that. All right, now let's move to a fun game of Fast Count. This is going to be a SummerSlam showdown. Are you ready, Des?
Sure.
All right. First question. Match of the weekend.
I'm going to go with Oba and Brock.
Good choice. Biggest upset.
Danhausen winning.
What is going to be the holy smokes moment of SummerSlam?
Hopefully a huge surprise during Seth and Roman. I don't know who, but it better be someone damn good.
Who leaves SummerSlam looking like WWE's next megastar?
Chad Gable.
Yeah. All right. Surprise return, if any.
Stephanie Vaquer during EO and Liv.
Love it. MVP of SummerSlam.
Oba.
All right. An overall SummerSlam grade.
You know what? There's a couple of matches where we're like, but overall, I feel like it's going to be a pretty damn stacked weekend, hopefully with some surprises. So I'm very hopeful. since I'll be there, fingers crossed, so I will give it an A.
Love it. I'll give it an A as well. Now, Des, what are your final thoughts?
I know that we favor certain things, but we have a feeling it's going to go the other way. So, and that's okay. So I think it's going to be a good weekend. It's going to set up the rest of the year. So, yeah, I'm hopeful.
All right, that actually wraps up this episode. What are your predictions for SummerSlam? Please shoot us a DM at the Shoots and Ladders.
And like always, like, share, and subscribe on YouTube and Spotify.
Once again, my name is Jason.
I'm Desiree Joseph.
All right, until next time, have a blessed day and a blessed week.
Have a great week. Bye, friends.
This was another episode of the Shoots and Ladders podcast.